would you maybe talk about how you find balance in between, being an injector and a mom and taking care of the chickens and all this? Like, how do you find balance with all of those things?
Yeah, I mean, part-time's a huge part of that. So when I had my third child, that's when I went down to 2 days a week. Before I was working 3 with, before I had the third one, but I went down to 2 days a week. That's the perfect blend for me. I think everyone's how many days is going to be different. For me, when I was not working any days, when I was on maternity leave, I was losing my mind because I was home with kids all day and I didn't get to use that part of my brain that I've worked so hard at. And I didn't get to, be independent and get away for a little bit. So having both, I feel like makes me a better mom because I get a break. I get away from, the stress of kids. But also then I'm home to enjoy that time with them more. So aesthetics has really allowed me to work part-time, still make good money doing it, enough to support my family, and then to be home with them the other days. So I think like finding that balance is going to be different for every person, but that's really what works best for me. Especially, I started out when my kids were young. Anybody who has kids knows that babies don't keep, right? Those early years go by so fast. And it was really important to me to have as much time at home with them as I could while they were so young and while they were so little.
You make a really great point. I know just from, my experience and experience of others that, it's so easy to get so busy in your career or whatever. And the next thing you know, kids are grown up and it's like, what happens,
Right. Yeah. And I've had people ask me like, well, if you make, good money working 2 days a week, like imagine what you could make if you worked full time. And I'm like, yeah, I could make a lot of money, but money won't buy my time back. Money won't buy my kids' childhood back. So totally I really have worked hard to find that balance where I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not burnt out. I'm my best self when I'm at work. My patients get the best of me, but I've got enough time and energy for my children and the chickens and, whatever else too. Like I've got enough for both. And that's allowed me to be 15 years in. And I can truthfully say, like, I don't feel burnout. Like, I don't feel like I can't do this anymore. I feel like I have a really good balance right now.
Man, that's exactly, it's so great to see you as an example of that because so many people are missing that and they're missing that mark, And so the fact that you're able to accomplish it, congratulations. That's amazing.